Hey guys, Aaron for the Love of Tech back again, trying to share some more information with you guys. What I have today is the Pixel 2 XL. This video is my first impressions on the device. Got it last weekend, been using it for a few days, not as my primary device, and I'll share a little bit more of that with you in a second. I got this phone just so I could share it with you guys, so I could do a review, so I could unbox it and share it with the world. So far, I've enjoyed this device so much, I think I'm gonna keep it. Above my Note 8, above my brand new iPhone X, 10, whatever we're calling it. So I wanna share with you guys a couple of reasons why. First and foremost, it feels amazing. There's no screen cover, there's no case. We're gonna hope that I don't break it. This phone feels phenomenal in my hand. It feels strong, it feels solid. Feels like a good piece of technology. Not something flimsy, not something that's gonna fall out of my hand. It's not disproportionate to the weight. It feels really balanced. You know, it's one of the things I really like about this. And it looks amazing. I got the little Panda version. They're calling it the Panda. It's one of the cutest looking phones I think I've ever owned. I can't put a case on it. I love it that much. So what I'm doing is I'm keeping this phone. I'm using it for YouTube, for Facebook, for social media, for the Twitter. It's what I'm using it for. It's what I have it connected for. Not gonna make any calls, not gonna send any text messages, but everything on it, it just works so flawlessly, so quickly. It's literally one of the best phones I've ever used. So one of the biggest pet peeves I have with this phone, and there's not many, this is what bothers me. Samsung, they did the retina scan. They did the facial recognition. I never even set that up. That seemed a little creepy. I heard it was not that secure at all. They weren't pushing it. But the Samsung Retina scan is spot on. I raise it up, I look at it, make sure my eyes are open, boom, I'm unlocked. Samsung's fingerprint sensor is in the weirdest place. We all know that. We don't like that. But the Pixel, it's in the right place, right? Perfect. However, I would like a couple more options. As of right now, I've got the fingerprint and I've got the on-screen lock. I would like Google, once we get to the Pixel 3, to step up your unlocking game. This is my challenge to you, Google. If you're listening, I know you are. Give me a couple more options to unlock my phone. You guys are smart enough. You got enough intelligent super geniuses working in your labs. You can make this happen. That's really my biggest gripe about this phone, is I only have the fingerprint sensor option. That and the swipe, which is, you know, let's face it, archaic at this point. What are my favorite features of this phone? I've got about five amazing things that is probably, other than it runs smooth. The smoothest Android operating device I've ever picked my hands up on. So with that said, it is worth it in itself. First feature, number one, camera. This thing has the best camera I've ever used on a smartphone. I am a giant Apple fan, a giant Samsung fan. I love technology. I love this. Whether it's the rear or the front facing, it doesn't matter. It's making you gorgeous. It doesn't matter. Your selfie game, I thought the selfie game went off the charts with the iPhone 10. But then I got this one last weekend and I took a couple pictures and I'm like, how did it do that? I look phenomenal. Not that I didn't look good to begin with. I looked even better. And I was like, thank you, Google. So the camera. With this camera, you will be taking a lot of pictures. With a lot of pictures comes filling up your storage. I went for the 64 gig one, not because I'm cheap. I don't mind spending the extra money, but I bought this to be a review unit. Didn't know I was going to fall in love with it. Didn't know I was going to keep it. Comes with unlimited storage. All your photos that you take from now until 2020 are saved in the original quality you took them in. Perfect, right? Sweet, thank you. After 2020, any photos you take with the Pixel are going to be stored in high quality. What that means is Google is going to scale back the imagery. They're going to make the file more compressed, make it smaller so they can give you more storage. So that way you're not clogging up their storage with all of your HD photos. So it's nice, Google. It would be nice if you just said unlimited storage forever. One thing that they are doing is I feel like they're keeping you loyal to the brand. If I have a Pixel and I'm taking nothing but Pixel pictures, and now a new Pixel comes out year and a half later, maybe even 2 years, and now I get that new Pixel, the Pixel 3, maybe they're going to give me another 2 years of storage. Maybe they're going to keep me coming back to Pixel. Maybe this is the plan the whole entire time. Not a bad plan, Pixel. However, I also take photos on other cameras too. I keep everything synced up to my Google account. If I take it on the Galaxy, if I take it on the iPhone, if I take it on here, it all goes up to the cloud to my Google Photos. That's where I store everything. With that said, I don't know, I guess they're gonna have to do a lot of indexing to figure out which picture was taken with which photo. So that's a job for them, not for me. This is kind of a big one. Water resistant. Google caught a lot of flack last year for putting out a smartphone that was close to $1,000, I think $980, that wasn't water resistant. And I have to agree with the flack that they caught. To see that it is now water resistant, I can take it underwater, I can dunk it, maybe even snap a photo or two, which I haven't done yet, but I will. Trust me, I will. Took a bunch of underwater photos with my Note 8. They came out phenomenal, as well as my Note 7. I think it was my my S8 and my Note 8. I took a bunch of underwater photos. With this one, I can't wait to see what it comes out and how it looks through. So, big thumbs up, Google. You gave us water resistant. What was that? Did you hear me say anything? Did I do anything? Let's try that again. What was that, mind control? Does Google know that I'm thinking I need the assistant? No. What it is there's a new setting. It's a new feature. You give your little phone a little squeeze, boom. You see how that, one more time. There it goes. There's the assistant. The Google Assistant, one of my favorite features of the Pixel. Now, I just pick my phone up, I give it a little tug, there you go, easy peasy. You can adjust the pressure. I originally had it set at very low pressure, and a warning came on. It said, hey, just to let you know, you might accidentally trigger me. I'm like, no, I won't do it. Next thing I know, every time I was picking my phone up, I was turning on my assistant. That's one of the things I love the most. See, it's talking to me. It's got a lot of things to say. Thank you, Google. We don't need you now. You can go back to break. Google Assistant. Third thing I love about this phone. Fourth thing. They're promoting it. They're talking about it. How quick this phone charges. There's no wireless charging. I think that's a slight fail on Google's behalf. With so many phones, wireless charging is becoming very standard. I was shocked this phone did not have wireless charging. iPhone just got it this year to the 8 and to the 10. The fact that they didn't do wireless charging, I think has to do with the fact that they still wanted to maintain I believe that's some sort of metal, aluminum, metallic backing instead of giving it the glass back. This is glass. to help with all of the antennas, the 4G, the wireless, the Bluetooth, so that way that signal can go in and out nice and clear. But they left the wireless charging off. I don't think that was a great idea. However, what I do agree with is this amazing fast charging port they put down there. I plugged my phone in, it was down to like 50%. I plugged it in for like 20 minutes just to see what it would do. And it was literally at like 89% in 20 minutes. And I was like, whoa, like a half hour, this thing would be fully charged. I haven't gotten into the battery test features yet. I'll probably start launching that when I'm trying to build some more additional content. But right now I have the Pixel, the Note 8, the iPhone 8, and the iPhone 10. I'm waiting for the OnePlus 5T to get shipped to me. As soon as I have that, I'm gonna have 5 top-end smartphones, and I'm gonna do some battery testing. I'm gonna record all. That's gonna be a lot of fun. So moving past no wireless charging and the amazing fast charge on it, the 5th feature on this phone I love the most is the camera. Did I mention that? Did I mention how good this camera is? DxOMark came out with some ratings. Pretty interesting. I'm gonna take a little picture here and just throw this up there in the screen right now. So, okay, there we go. So you guys can see what this phone is doing. I'm gonna do a little portrait of this, my little Sony 4K camera here, so you can see how amazing these photos are coming out. And it's like, it's insane because when I'm taking the picture, and I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this. Let me see. I'm gonna take this picture, right? It's gonna put in the portrait magic, as I call it. And watch that. The photo actually changes before your eyes. I don't know if the camera was able to focus on that and show that to you, but you can actually watch the software do the magic right there in front of you. I'm gonna turn around, I'm gonna come over here, I'm gonna do a selfie. Let's go. Again, I don't know if you're able to watch it or if the camera's picking it up, but the software actually produces amazing layering and whatnot. So it's definitely worth it to get this phone just for this. The next amazing feature on this is the front-facing camera. And the rear when it comes to doing audio and video here and here, the phone sounds amazing. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut off my Sony 4K and I'm gonna switch over to the 4K and the audio on this to give you guys an idea of what it sounds like and what it looks like to see a comparison. This is what my camera phone is doing, and this is what a high-end camcorder is doing that shoots 60 frames per second in 4K. Okay, so now we have switched over to the front-facing camera, which is also known as the selfie camera, on the Pixel XL. So now you're getting a good idea of what the quality of the audio and the quality of the video, which I think it actually is pretty darn good. I'm gonna let you guys be the judge. I'm gonna put that through the software and let you guys hear what it sounds like and let you guys be the judge. In the comments below, tell me, do you think there's a giant difference from the Pixel as far as the front facing and as far as the rear facing? So now I'm gonna stop the video. I'm gonna turn it around and I'm just going to flip this and hope that it's recording me because I really can't see it. So we're gonna hit the record button and get that going. Okay, so I'm not really sure if you guys can see me really well or not. I'm trying to move it around. So the audio shouldn't change at all, but the video should be a lot different. This should be recording in 4K, and I believe this is at 30 frames per second. So it's not quite 60, but it's still pretty good as far as smartphone cameras are concerned. So I'll let you guys be the judge. Listen to it, watch the video in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Is there a drastic difference in the audio and in the video between my 4K Sony device that I shoot on all the time or on my Pixel XL? I want you guys to let me know what you think, what your opinion is. At the end of the day, this purchase was a giant thumbs up. I bought it as a review unit. I'm keeping it so I can use it all the time. I'm probably going to end up putting one of my main SIMs in it and using it as one of my daily drivers, one of the phones that I use every single day. With that said, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. You find my information useful. And for the love of tech, go in your drawers, go under your beds, find some technology that has been sitting there for a while that hasn't gotten any attention. Find an aunt, a cousin, a niece, a nephew, pay it forward. Give somebody a tablet that doesn't have one that's just been collecting dust for a while. Don't know if you're anything like me, but I buy upgrades and things like that, and I don't always get rid of my older technology. And I'm really trying this year for the rest of 2018 and for the rest of 2017 and going forward into 2018 to try to take my technology and give them to someone else, whether it's selling them, giving them, letting them borrow it, just so someone else can enjoy them. I bought them. No sense in letting them sit there. Thank you guys for checking in. Have a good night.